After the age of 60, many women find that their reflection no longer feels like a true expression of who they are. The fullness in the cheeks, the strength along the jawline, the brightness in the eyes. These can all be supported with the right haircut, one that brings balance back to your features and makes you feel at home in your appearance again. Unfortunately, many women are still being offered styles that either flatten their personality or weigh them down. Cuts that ignore the natural shifts of the face and work against your confidence instead of with it. This is where design becomes more than beauty. It becomes care. In this video, we will take a closer look at 7 haircuts that have been carefully selected for women over 60. These styles are not about trying to look younger. They are about helping you look and feel more lifted, more defined, and more at ease in your own skin. You deserve to wear a haircut that supports your strength, your softness, and your story. And as we begin, I would love to hear your thoughts. What has been the biggest challenge with your hair in recent years? Has it been thinning, lack of volume, or simply feeling like no style quite fits anymore? Share your experience in the comments. And if this kind of thoughtful content feels meaningful to you, consider subscribing. You are not invisible, you are evolving, and your beauty should evolve with you. Start with the first hairstyle. There is something timeless about a pixie cut, but when designed with intention, it becomes more than just a short haircut. It becomes a way to lift, to contour, and to frame the face in a way that feels light, effortless, and quietly striking. The elevated layered pixie is not about cutting it all off. It is about building structure where it matters most. With softly stacked layers around the crown and gentle volume at the top, this style draws the eye upward. That subtle lift at the cheeks and temples creates the illusion of higher cheekbones and a longer neck. The result is a more vertical silhouette that naturally lifts the face without adding a single drop of product. This style is especially well suited for fine or thinning hair. Because of the layering technique, it creates fullness where many women feel they have started to lose it. And since the cut follows the natural shape of the head, it maintains balance without feeling bulky or stiff. What makes this pixie truly elegant is the detail at the nape. Keeping the neckline clean and slightly cropped draws attention to the jaw and the graceful curve of the neck. When paired with soft highlights around the face, this becomes more than a haircut. It becomes a gentle illumination. The light catches at just the right places. The eyes sparkle. The skin looks brighter. It is a quiet transformation that feels deeply personal. There are a few things to consider if you are thinking about trying this style. The shape should be tailored to your individual features. A skilled stylist will know how to sculpt the crown to add lift without height that feels unnatural. They will know where to place layers that soften rather than sharpen. And they will understand that every cut should move with you, not against you. This is not a one-size-fits-all pixie. This is the kind of haircut that tells the world you are refined yet free. That you are done with hiding behind long hair and ready to frame your face exactly as it is now, beautiful in its maturity, beautiful in its ease. If you are still not sure whether this look might work for you, think of women like Dame Judi Dench or Jamie Lee Curtis. Their hair says something honest. It says they are present, purposeful, and completely at peace with who they are. That is the power of a well-cut pixie. It gives back definition, it gives back clarity, and it never asks for more than you are willing to give. Let us move on now to the second style, one that holds the face gently and offers structure without sacrifice. There is a quiet grace in the way a bob frames the face. When cut with intention, it becomes more than a hairstyle. It becomes a sculpting tool, shaping the jawline and lifting the features without drawing attention to the effort behind it. The chin-length bob is especially powerful for women whose facial contours have softened over time. As we age, the jaw can lose some of its definition. The chin may feel less prominent, the cheeks less lifted, but the right haircut can restore that sense of structure without needing to conceal or correct. It simply guides the eye back to the lines that were always there, waiting to be seen again. What makes this style so effective is where it ends. A bob that stops precisely at the chin creates a visual base that supports the lower face. It sharpens gently, it defines without harshness. And it draws attention upward, toward the eyes and cheekbones, rather than down toward the neck or shoulders. This haircut is especially flattering for women with round or square face shapes. If you carry fullness at the jaw or feel self-conscious about the area beneath the chin, this style can offer a natural contour. It is soft enough to feel feminine, but structured enough to bring balance, a quiet combination of strength and elegance. To enhance the effect, many women choose to add movement to the ends. A slight curl under the chin creates a sense of volume without weight. Loose waves give the illusion of softness and breathability. These small touches turn a simple bob into a personalized signature. If you are considering this look, be mindful of proportion. A bob should follow the natural curve of your neck and work with your bone structure, not against it. The length should neither cut too high nor fall too low. The goal is harmony. The kind that allows you to walk into a room and feel as if your hair is not the focus, but rather the quiet frame to a face full of character. Women like Helen Mirren have worn variations of this cut beautifully. It is ageless, it is classic, but most importantly, it adapts. Whether your hair is straight, wavy, or somewhere in between, the chin-length bob can be shaped to honor your texture and your truth. Now let us continue with a style that brings softness and movement to the face in a completely different way. One that invites flow, lightness, and the elegance of air itself. Third hairstyle. Feathered layers paired with curtain bangs offer that sense of effortless softness. This is a style that feels like air and light, gently shaping the face rather than controlling it. It does not demand attention, it invites it. For many women in their 60s and beyond, the contours of the face begin to shift. There may be more fullness along the cheeks, a slight softening at the jaw, or new lines across the forehead. These are not flaws, they are gentle marks of a life well lived. But a thoughtful haircut can help bring harmony back to the face, lifting where needed, softening where wanted, and creating movement where things have grown still. Feathered layers do just that. They create space and shape without bulk. By layering the hair around the cheekbones and chin, this style draws attention inward, creating balance across the face. It frames gently without enclosing. It offers shape without cutting into it. This is especially helpful for those who want to elongate the face, minimize heaviness at the jaw, or add dimension to fuller hair. Curtain bangs add another layer of intention. Parted softly at the center and sweeping away from the eyes, they create a natural frame across the forehead. Not only do they soften the upper face, but they also draw the gaze upward and outward, opening the face and lifting the eyeline. For women who wish to blur fine lines or age spots at the forehead, this fringe is not a cover. It is a quiet veil that flatters. This combination works particularly well for women with medium to thick hair. The layers bring control to volume without removing it. They create structure, while allowing the hair to breathe. It is a beautiful choice for those who feel their hair is starting to feel heavy or shapeless, but do not want to lose length entirely. When considering this style, it is important to work with a stylist who understands how to customize the layering around your face shape. The goal is movement that feels organic, not forced. Curtain bangs should part easily, not stick or separate awkwardly, and the layers should follow your natural wave, not fight against it. If you are seeking inspiration, think of women like Goldie Hawn or Diane Keaton. Their hair seems to float around their faces, full of life and warmth. It is not stiff. It is not severe. It is simply designed to follow their expression, not compete with it. Feathered layers with curtain bangs are perfect for the woman who wants to feel light again, not just in how she looks, but in how she carries herself. This is not about changing your face. It is about opening it back up to the world with softness and confidence. Let us now explore a longer option that brings length and lift together in harmony. A style that flows just past the shoulders, while still offering the benefits of shape and visual height. Hairstyle number 4. The long lob or long bob offers that balance. It is a silhouette that flatters without trying too hard, one that holds both structure and softness. For women over 60, it provides a graceful frame that lifts the middle of the face and elongates the neckline, almost like a natural extension of posture itself. What makes this style particularly effective is the way it plays with volume. The soft waves are not just decorative. They create movement and depth around the cheeks and jawline, bringing dimension to areas that may have softened with time. These waves add lift at the center of the face, gently raising the visual weight of the features without effort or exaggeration. A long lob is especially well suited for women who want to maintain some length without sacrificing elegance. It offers a sense of youthfulness, but in a way that feels refined, not trendy, not loud, just fresh and timeless. Parting the hair at a subtle angle, such as a 7:3 ratio, can further enhance the lift. A side part opens the face and creates asymmetry that draws the eye upward. For those who prefer simplicity, wearing the hair without bangs allows the natural contours of the face to remain in full view. Either way, the style remains adaptable to your comfort and lifestyle. Texture is key in bringing this cut to life. The waves should not be too tight or polished. They are meant to feel relaxed, like a breeze passing through. This softness is what keeps the look approachable and flattering. For styling, a light touch of mousse or a heat-free curling technique can bring out the natural bend in your hair without weighing it down. If you are looking for inspiration, women like Andie MacDowell often embrace this style with grace. Her waves fall effortlessly across her shoulders, framing her features with warmth and ease. The hair never speaks louder than she does. It simply supports the beauty already present. The long lob with soft waves is for the woman who wants her hair to move with her, not against her. It is for those who value elegance but do not wish to sacrifice freedom. It is for those who understand that beauty does not come from cutting more or adding more. It comes from balance. Let us now turn to a style that takes this idea of balance and grounds it with a touch of nostalgia. A haircut that once belonged to another era but is returning with new grace and strength. Hairstyle number 5. The soft shag with wispy layers. There is a certain kind of woman who moves through life with quiet strength. She does not ask for attention, she earns it. And her style reflects that balance of presence and ease. The soft shag is a reflection of that spirit. Rooted in a design that once belonged to rock and roll youth, the modern version of the shag carries something entirely different. It is lighter, gentler, more attuned to the needs of women who seek shape without structure and volume without weight. For women over 60, especially those with fine hair or a sensitive scalp, this cut can be a revelation. The wispy layers add movement without pressure. Each layer falls into the next, almost like soft brushstrokes on a canvas, lifting the eye gently toward the cheekbones and temples. It does not push, it suggests. And in doing so, it creates the illusion of a lifted frame and a more elongated silhouette. What makes this cut so refreshing is how unforced it feels. There are no heavy lines, no sharp edges. Just texture that flows from the crown to the shoulders, giving the face room to breathe and the hair permission to move. This style works beautifully for women who feel their hair has become limp or flat over time. Rather than fight against thinning hair, the soft shag embraces it, layering in volume where it naturally wants to fall. The result is a lightness that feels both artistic and alive. One of the gentle secrets of this cut is that it brings attention upward. With soft volume at the crown and feathered strands that frame the face, the eye is drawn to the highest points of your features, your cheeks, your temples, your eyes. These become the focal points, illuminated not by makeup or accessories, but by the cut itself. This style is wonderfully versatile. You can wear it with a center part for balance, or sweep it slightly to one side for a touch of asymmetry. Let it air dry for a more natural finish, or shape it softly with a round brush to bring out its curves. Either way, the haircut does most of the work for you. Think of women like Susan Sarandon or Meg Ryan in recent years. Their shags do not speak loudly. They whisper with clarity. Their layers move with them, not before them. That is the essence of the soft shag. It allows your features to lead while offering just enough edge to keep things interesting. This is a style for the woman who wants to feel lighter but not invisible, who values individuality but does not wish to perform, who believes that softness can be a kind of strength. Now let us explore a style that is bold in its simplicity. A cut that honors the jawline and lifts the entire face in one elegant curve. Hairstyle number 6. There is something beautifully unapologetic about a French bob. It speaks in clean lines and subtle movement. It does not rely on trends or tricks. It relies on intention. For women over 60, this style offers a striking sense of clarity. It sharpens the lower face while softening the upper features. The cut is precise yet never harsh. And when paired with a delicate fringe, it brings light to the eyes and softness to the brow, creating an overall look that feels both lifted and refined. The length of the French bob is what gives it its power. When the line of the hair sits just at or slightly below the chin, it draws a firm horizontal beneath the face. This has a quiet sculpting effect, making the jawline appear more defined. Even when the skin has begun to soften, it creates a sense of order, of elegance. The soft fringe is not just a style detail, it is a tool. Lightly parted or gently feathered across the forehead, it helps brighten the upper face while offering subtle coverage for lines or texture across the brow. But unlike heavy bangs that can weigh the face down, this fringe is airy. It floats. It allows the face to remain open and expressive. When combined, the two elements work in harmony. The straight line at the chin grounds the shape, the fringe lifts the eye, and between the two is space for the cheekbones to shine. This style is especially well suited for women with strong facial structure or high cheekbones. But it can also be transformative for those who feel their features have softened too much. The sharp base of the bob creates a clean visual frame, while the fringe reintroduces movement to the top half of the face. To enhance the natural brightness of the skin, many women choose to add gentle highlights around the face, not bold streaks, but soft touches of light that bring warmth to the skin tone and softness to the eyes. These highlights reflect the light in just the right way, making the complexion appear more lifted and more radiant. A French bob does not require much styling, but it does require precision in the cut. It is important to work with someone who understands your bone structure and knows how to tailor the fringe to your features. The shape should feel intentional, not severe, clean, not clinical. Think of women like Isabelle Huppert or Audrey Tautou. Their versions of the bob are not loud. They are deeply personal. They are worn with certainty, not for attention but for alignment. They tell the world exactly who they are, without having to say a word. The French bob with a soft fringe is for the woman who values structure but not rigidity, who enjoys softness but not shapelessness. It is for the woman who sees beauty in clarity and knows that elegance often lives in restraint. If you have made it this far into the video, I want to take a quiet moment to thank you. It means you are someone who approaches beauty with thoughtfulness. Someone who believes that style is not about chasing youth, but about honoring where you are now with intention and grace. I would truly love to hear your voice in the comments. Which of these styles speaks to you most deeply? Have you tried any of them before, or are you feeling inspired to make a change? And if this kind of gentle, meaningful content feels like it belongs in your life, I warmly invite you to subscribe. There is so much more we can explore together. Because beauty at this stage is not about reinvention, it is about reflection, and you are more than welcome here. Next, we turn to a style that embodies simplicity in its purest form, a cut that lifts the face, celebrates the neck, and asks nothing in return but your own ease. Hairstyle number 7, the rounded crop with a subtle curve. Simplicity has its own kind of power. It does not need embellishment or explanation. It speaks clearly, even in silence. And in the world of hair, there may be no better expression of that simplicity than the rounded crop. This style is short, but not sharp, neat, but never stiff. It offers a curved silhouette that cups gently around the jawline and cheeks, lifting the midface with quiet grace. That soft curve is more than a design choice. It acts almost like a visual hand, supporting the face from underneath and giving the illusion of natural lift. For many women over 60, especially those with a minimalist lifestyle or hair that tends to resist styling. This cut offers both freedom and refinement. It requires very little maintenance. There are no layers to manage, no waves to shape, just a clean structure that falls into place each day without effort. What makes this cut special is the shape of the ends. Instead of leaving the hair blunt or uneven, the back and sides are curved inward, framing the head and face in a way that feels both protective and poised. This curve softens the neckline, highlights the jaw, and gently rounds the cheeks. It mimics the soft lines of a youthful face without pretending to be something it is not. This style works well for women with straight or slightly wavy hair. It holds its shape beautifully and can be enhanced with a quick blow-dry or left to air-dry for a more natural finish. Because the structure is built into the cut itself, the hair does not need to be coaxed or forced into place. Color can elevate this style even further. Adding soft highlights near the front creates dimension that lifts the face and brightens the eyes. A warm beige, a gentle silver, or even a rich espresso tone can bring warmth back to the complexion and make the curve of the cut stand out more clearly. Think of women like Judi Dench, who have embraced this kind of structured simplicity with confidence. There is nothing hidden in this style, nothing to distract. Only clarity and the quiet comfort of knowing your hair will always fall exactly where it belongs. The rounded crop is perfect for the woman who no longer feels the need to perform for anyone. She has nothing to prove. She chooses clarity over complication. And she understands that ease is not the absence of beauty, but the presence of peace. Let us now take a breath together and reflect on what these 7 styles truly offer. Not just lift, not just shape, but permission. Permission to see yourself again, to feel like yourself again, and to celebrate everything that makes your beauty so completely your own. As we have seen, the right haircut can do so much to lift the face, soften the features, and restore harmony to our reflection. But often, it is the small, intentional choices we make around that cut that truly bring it to life. These choices do not require drastic changes, only awareness, and a willingness to honor what works best for who you are now. The first is color. Not everyone needs to dye their hair, and not everyone wants to. But for those who do, choosing the right tone can create an immediate brightening effect on the skin. Lighter shades like soft beige, caramel brown, or smoky silver have a way of reflecting light back toward the face. They soften shadows, they lift the cheekbones, they add glow without makeup. Even gentle highlights placed around the temples and jawline can frame the face in a way that feels open and radiant. Next, consider volume, specifically at the crown of the head. As we age, the hair at the top often begins to flatten, which can visually lower the face. By adding just a touch of lift at the roots, the entire facial structure appears more vertical and balanced. This does not mean creating height that feels exaggerated. A soft round brush, a lightweight root spray, or even a gentle hand with a blow dryer can do the work. The goal is fullness, not drama, just enough to support the shape of the haircut and elongate the profile. Length is another factor. Hair that falls too long, especially when it is straight and flat, can draw the eye downward. This can unintentionally emphasize the jawline or neckline in ways that feel less flattering. When the hair rests just above or around the shoulders, it holds the face in balance. It draws the eye inward, not down, and it creates a natural frame that supports the cheekbones and eyes. Finally, consider the products you use. Hair at this stage of life is often finer, drier, or more delicate than it once was. Styling products should work with the hair, not against it. Choose lightweight formulas, like soft mousse or natural oils that add movement and shine without heaviness. Avoid anything that stiffens the strands or weighs them down. Your hair should be allowed to move, to breathe, to reflect who you are now with grace. The goal is not perfection. The goal is presence. These small adjustments invite you to show up fully in your own skin, supported by hair that feels like yours, only better aligned with your energy, your pace, and your quiet power. Sometimes, the most meaningful transformations are the ones that require the least. You do not have to change everything about yourself to feel renewed. Often, it takes only one thoughtful choice. One haircut that lifts instead of hides. One shape that honors the woman you are today instead of trying to return you to who you once were. A well-chosen style does more than frame the face. It invites the world to see you more clearly. It reminds you that beauty never leaves. It simply evolves, waiting for the right shape, the right light, the right moment to be seen again. You are still here, still radiant, still very much worth the care it takes to feel like yourself again. So I invite you now to pause and ask yourself, which of these styles speaks to you? Are you drawn to softness, to structure, to movement? What is it that you hope your hair could help reflect back to you? Let me know in the comments. I truly love hearing your thoughts. Every experience shared adds something meaningful to this space, and your story may be the one that inspires someone else to begin their own quiet change. If you found comfort or clarity in this video, I warmly invite you to subscribe to Golden Elder Days. This is where we explore beauty not as something to chase, but as something to reclaim, with calm, with care, with confidence. Feel free to share this with a friend who might be standing at the edge of her own reflection, wondering if it is time for something new. And when you are ready, join me for the next video where we continue this journey of thoughtful style, gentle beauty, and the art of showing up just as we are. Until then, thank you for spending this time with me. You are never too old, too late, or too far gone to feel beautiful again. You only need to choose it. I look forward to seeing you next time.